Hello, fellow creatives. Let me hope we are all doing well and we are basically fine. And today I have something wonderful that we are going to be looking at, and that is the 11 practical things. Okay, let us call them the 11 practical. Okay, the 11 practical tips. Okay, tips or things or even activities, okay, or activities, okay, that can keep us motivated as creative people. Okay, so if I told you a creative person here, I mean a filmmaker. From a filmmaker, call it an artist, maybe a songwriter, maybe uh, an instrument player. So if I told you are any sort of a creative person, how do you keep motivated as a creative person? So that is what we are going to be basically looking at, because there are times when you feel like giving up. There are times as you a creative person, you feel like what you're doing is too heavy for you. Okay, so you feel like, yeah, you don't feel like doing that something. Or even there are times you have started something and you're like, you're meant to like spend 30 minutes doing it and you stop maybe at 15 minutes or even less than that, and you're like, maybe I'll start from there tomorrow. So you feel demotivated. So what would you do to see that you keep getting motivated as you continue doing your work? Okay, so the first thing I would advise you to do is to set goals. Okay, so whenever you look at accomplishing something, be it maybe a song, be it an artwork, be it anything that is within the creative industry, or even any other task in the daily life, consider setting goals and breaking your tasks into smaller achievements. Okay, so if I happen to, maybe let me give an example, if I happen to set a goal that I'm to see that I achieve in the whole year, so I go back and now try to break it into smaller goals or smaller targets that I would aim up to. So from maybe me having a year to like maybe set a year that within a year I should achieve this. But then before I achieve that for a year, I have to set monthly goals, weekly goals, day goals, so that if I get to know that if I achieve that day goal, it basically means I'll be able to achieve um a monthly goal, a weekly goal. Okay, then after achieving that weekly goal, I will achieve the monthly goal. Then from the monthly, I will achieve the year goal. You get that? Then within the 5 years, I'll have maybe reached somewhere. So you have to make sure that you keep that in mind and see that you break down, you break down those different goals you want to achieve. And besides seeing that you break or set goals and see that you achieve them, also learn that if I happen to maybe achieve that 1 day goal, okay, so if I set a certain goal that maybe in a day I should be able to like record maybe 5 videos. So if I happen to record those 5 videos, I should now give myself rest, reward myself with maybe some leisure time, some time to play. I shouldn't make sure that if I happen to complete those 5 videos, then I should embark on even creating more 5. I should have to first have some rest, maybe come up with some other ideas and make other maybe videos, because there are also some days I won't be able to like make those videos, those 5 videos. So if on some days I make the 5 videos, yes, I happen to achieve the day goal, okay, but then I like have some rest and try to compensate for those days I may fail to like accomplish those 5 videos a day. Okay, so that is one. You should have to set goals to help you target, okay, aim higher at achieving what you did set. Then number two, the second thing that we should look at is surrounding yourself with inspiration. So most of us find ourselves wanting maybe to achieve something in life, but in if we we try to look at the environment in which we are, it does not favor us. Okay, so create that environment that favors you. If I told you a writer, try to get instrumentals that would favor you. If I told you a songwriter and you find that you only get inspired or get more motivated if I told you alongside the beach side, okay, then basically that means that it is rather better for you to go out, leave the indoors and try to go out and look for some beaches and see that you keep what? You keep motivated and you keep yourself encouraged to see that you come up with wonderful ideas, because that is your source of inspiration. That is how you get inspired. Okay, then besides that, you at times find that maybe we keep ourselves in noise and yet we cannot bear noise as we create. There are some that are basically inspired by noise, maybe to create some like horror movies, tragedy movies, maybe tragedy compositions. That is their source of inspiration. And they would also, I would advise them to also look for maybe noisy places like over gas stations, parking lots, like that noisy stuff. But if at all for you, you love quiet places, then it is rather better you lock yourself in your room, have no one to disturb you around, then concentrate on your art, concentrate on creating. Okay, so find that place that inspires you. Okay, surrounding yourself with inspiration. So if at all I'm a texture artist, so I would look at maybe collecting or downloading, because with the coming of social media platforms, at least we know where, like if at all we have platforms like Pinterest, Quora, Facebook, YouTube. So you can gather out some information, some videos, some pictures that you can look at and get inspired. So there are so many ways you can look at sourcing out inspiration, depending to you what causes or what ignites that spark to make you create or to help you create outstanding content. So that is what you should look for and embrace it and see that you achieve that environment and get out that inner energy that could make you create something wonderful. Then if we happen to go to our number 4, that is stay organized. So as we creative people, I know at times you are occupied, you are over occupied. Sometimes ideas pop up like from a blink of an eye, maybe from just merely looking at something. So you come up with a composition in case of artists and some other maybe other people. So endeavor to see that you keep yourself motivated in a way that you you keep organized. Okay, so you have to make sure that you stay organized, because let me give you an example. So if I'm an artist, okay, and most of the times I happen to move, like for me, I happen to move with my phone, okay, and it has a recorder. So if at all for you you have no phone, then you should get something like a recorder that can record any idea that you happen to come up with. Okay, so with this, you should be able to rename or name those ideas, because if you don't name them, it basically means you'll happen to forget, you'll happen maybe to forget the idea that you had. Maybe you just come up with a rhythm, like if I happen to say boom 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 boom, like beatboxers, hip hop artists. So if I told you make your beatbox and you're like, that is the rhythm, that is the rhythm. So in your free time, you decide to um come up with some lyrics upon that rhythm that you happen to come up with from nowhere. Okay, so if you didn't name that, maybe that idea, that rhythm that you happen to make with your beatbox with just your mouth, it basically means by the time you'll be looking for it, you won't be able to see it. Maybe from your phone, you copied it to maybe your computer, maybe you use the card that you happen to remove from the phone. So you're already disorganized. So endeavor to see that you name your content. Just know that whenever maybe like I'm walking out of my house, I'm maybe in the practice sessions, I'm moving to anywhere, I move with my notebook. Then from moving with my notebook, I move with maybe my phone with wonderful storage. So for any idea that pops up in my head, I get it jotted down or recorded down. So keep that in mind. So I had forgotten writing down those different ideas that we happen to pop up with, to come up with. Then a fourth is experiment and try new things. Okay, so let me just start with that. Experiment, and try out new things. So you people, as a creative person, if at all you have been doing something, say I'm an hip hop artist and I've been maybe trying only hip hop, so why don't I try out another genre like reggae? Because it is, if someone is truly rooted to hip hop, at least he can try something like reggae. So besides that, you can also try playing instruments. So if at all you were just singing, so would you try maybe learning some instrument? Would you try, if at all you were just making maybe trap, would you try to make maybe boom bap? So I'm not like truly deep rooted into hip hop, but I have some idea because I have a brother that does hip hop. So um most of the times it is all about learning. Like if at all you experiment new things, and this may win you more confidence or fun, may win you a more fun, like it would get you fun, like you get happy because you're like learning something new. Then besides you getting happy, it would win you more audience, because there are those that love maybe a guitar touch. So if at all you're like making your next album and you try to include that digital touch, that would win you more people. Okay, more people would give ears to your music or to your content. So endeavor to see that you experiment new stuff, and it also prevents that monotony whereby you may end up getting bored over the same thing. So if you try out something new, I've told you, it wins you more audience, and it also gets you fun because you happen to see people like loving it. Besides loving it, you also happen to get exposed. Okay, you make new connections, because if at all I never knew how to play a guitar, then in the next few days I look up to like learning it, then I would try to look out online maybe for videos. Besides that, I would also try to look out for someone who'd give me maybe the first basics to know how to handle maybe a guitar, to know the different keys before maybe I would go out for online courses to improve or get better. Okay, so that is how it helps us connect to different people in different genres, maybe also in different fields. Okay, so besides that, we've said experiment and try out new things. Then previously we had discussed about surrounding yourself with inspiration. So you should be able to surround yourself with inspiration. So first of all, surround yourself with inspiration. Okay, we discussed about that. Okay, surround yourself with an environment that keeps you growing. Okay, that would inspire you come up with something. Okay, so then the other one is set goals. So we also discussed that one. So if you have just joined, try to go a little bit back behind this video, then you'll happen to see why we happen to choose this and how it would help us improve for the better. Okay, let me first look here. Surround yourself with inspiration, then experiment and try new things, stay organized. Okay, so the fourth one is stay organized. So we've also discussed that. Then the fifth one is practice self-care. So at times as creative people, you get too busy and you forget taking care of yourself. Like for example, you forget washing, not even forgetting, but you're a little bit too occupied maybe to do the washing. Then from washing, you're even also a little bit occupied to do the bathing. First of all, one thing I would say, a health mind, a health body gives all that you need in your creativity. Okay, so please, as a creative person, make sure that you have enough sleep. Okay, then from besides having enough sleep, practice self hygiene, because that would prevent you from a number of diseases that would have maybe got you. Okay, so first of all, what we would put here is, okay, practice what? Practice self-care. So first of all, before anyone takes care of you, first take care of yourself. Okay, so for example, okay, self-care can be anything that helps you relax and recharge. Okay, this can be as simple as taking a few minutes to meditate or do breathing. Okay, then exercise. You can also exchange in activities such as taking a warm bath, going for a walk in nature, doing yoga, okay, stretching, listening to music, and reading books. Okay, it's important to make self-care a part of your daily routine. Set aside time each day to do something that brings you joy and helps you feel more relaxed. Okay, so that is all about what? Practice what? Self-care. Then join a community, because let me say, let me first write it here. Join a community. Sorry. So with us, when I talk of you joining a community, what I'm trying to mean, so if we say join a community, so there are a lot of groups there on basically just physical. So on your local area, or in your local area, you may have some graphics designers within the local area, or there are some, okay, besides having those that are in the local area. That basically means you can meet physically and you go and do what? um that means basically you can go meet and you join those different groups, or you can go digital. When we talk of going digital, we have Facebook groups, we have WhatsApp groups, we have other platforms, LinkedIn, Quora. So all those are different platforms that happen to provide a space for creative people. Okay, so those are all platforms that provide space for creative what? For creative people. So you joining those different groups helps you improve in a way that you happen to share maybe your weaknesses, your strength with people doing the same work as you do, and you get inspired, or you're advised on how to see that you eliminate that. Okay, so please and please endeavor to see that you subscribe to this wonderful channel so that you do not happen to miss out on any videos that we happen to release. Okay, so your subscribing is of a higher value. Okay, so it basically first of all motivates me to do more music. Okay, then the other thing, I would say, please endeavor to see that you subscribe, because you please encourage me make these videos, because when I happen to make these videos and I see people subscribing, commenting, and liking, it like sparks my inner energy of creating. However much I'm dozing, however much I'm weak, I've come back late from work, I like try my level best to see that I at least drop something new, okay, or something that is to help us learn, okay. Then the ninth one is keep learning. Okay, this one, it is self-explanatory. So whenever you're like in the creative content industry, because you earn from your creativity, that means that you should keep learning. The more you learn a lot of stuff, okay, the more you can earn, okay, from your websites, or even from your like YouTube, even from any other activities that are basically being what, being done. Okay, so endeavor to see that you keep yourself what, learning. Then the other thing is embrace importance. Okay, embrace imperfection, not importance. So with, let me see if I had noted it. First of all, we note this, keep learning, because as a creative person you should keep learning. So keep learning. Or keep learning and stroke research. So as a creative person, you should be able to research and keep what, learning. Okay, so keeping a curious and open-minded to learn in a master for any artist. It is the key to conscious growth and improvement in your craft. Okay, so this helps you as a writer, as maybe anyone, to like grow, okay, to grow your career. Because if at all I started with just not even knowing how to hold maybe a guitar, okay, then from that I happen maybe to land on some YouTube videos. Besides landing on some YouTube videos, I happen maybe to land on um some maybe a PDF, maybe a blog that basically teaches on how to like play a keyboard, maybe play a piano. So that means I will have maybe added something that would sustain me in this same career. You get that? Because I'm already investing in with learning different what, instruments. Then embrace imperfection. Okay, so with you, okay, with you, if we talk of embracing imperfection, okay, so where you have not like put right, okay, where you have not been put, where you have not done right, so please bear with people maybe telling you here you should add just this note, you should maybe do this here. So be able to explain your work first of all. Then besides being able to like accept your work, okay, please learn to embrace imperfections or failure. So where you have failed, please accept there I failed. Then where you have won, please, okay. So you embracing imperfection, what I'm trying to mean here is if you happen to like maybe produce a song and you hit maybe a certain note that was maybe of maybe key, that stuff, and maybe a friend of yours tells you first go back to the studio and correct that to be a little bit what, to be a little bit to be a little bit what, better. Okay, so if your friend tells you to like be a little bit better, it basically means that if we embrace this imperfection, we should be able to accept our works, to accept our mistakes. So if your friend, I was trying to give you an example. So if a friend of yours tells you that maybe improve this, this is not right, maybe you also can judge yourself and you're like, so this is not where maybe I want this song to be released. So you may end up doing that song for 4 years. So endeavor to see that you embrace imperfections. Release it where you feel like it is ready. Okay, so and if at all you would maybe want to re-edit it, maybe re-release it, it basically means then that would come as a remix. Okay, so embrace imperfection. That would keep you motivated, because if you start judging yourself, I fear to release this, I fear sharing this with friends, maybe to advise me, they will laugh at me, then it means that you won't improve, because you don't put your imperfections out there for maybe those who know already to like guide you. Okay, then from that, learn from failure. So people never fear to fail as a creative person. Okay, if you see any gig that you would utilize as a platform, go for it. Okay, so never fear to fail, because even those people that you call to be successful, or you see that are basically successful, have failed at days. But what makes them stronger and winners, it is because when they failed, they never stopped doing what they were doing. So focus on your things, boy. Oh, sorry about that. Focus on your stuff, my brother or sister, and see that you make it happen. Okay, where you fail, you just have to note. Okay, you just have to note it down and see and say, maybe this is the mistake that made me fail this time. And endeavor to see that the next time you're trying that same thing, you avoid that mistake. Okay, all those mistakes that you may have committed that led to your failure. Take breaks. Okay, taking breaks can help you avoid burnout as a creative person. So you taking a break and you come back and do the same thing does not mean that you're weak or you're lazy. But if you happen to rest and then re-edit or re-lecture again, or even redo something again, it means basically you fall back. Now, when you fall back, you happen to maybe realize maybe some mistakes, then you improve them, making you taking breaks more what important, because you taking a break, you may take a break and listen to maybe some music, read out a book, maybe even walk around. Okay, so that helps you refresh and come back as a new mind, and you end up blowing up everything. Okay, so keep a positive mind. So keep yourself motivated, happy. Okay, keep that positive mind. Having a positive mindset is crucial to succeeding, okay, as an artist. Cultivating a positive attitude towards your work and your abilities can help you stay motivated and overcome what obstacles. Believe in yourself and your creative vision even when others do not. Do not let self-doubt or negative criticism hold you what back. Please keep in mind that the art is subjective and not everyone will appreciate or understand what you work. Okay, what your work is or what you're designing. Okay, so do not get demotivated if at all people are not like understanding what you do, because it is your art, it is you who understands, and these other people have to just follow into it. Okay, and you like try to like show them what you meant, what you are looking up to, and the story behind your creativity. So thank you for watching. If you have reached this far, okay, I had forgotten. So one of them would be keep a positive what keep a positive mindset. Okay, so we had stopped here. Keep learning and researching, then keep a positive mindset. Okay, so you have to keep that positive mindset. Then the breaks. Okay, so the breaks, endeavor to see that you get some breaks of work, okay, or of those specific periods that you had set. So basically that is it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 set breaks. Okay, so set breaks, learn from failure, then learn. Okay, so learn from failure, set breaks, so learn from failure, set breaks, keep a positive, then keep a positive mindset, then learning, make sure that you learn. Okay, search, you learn new stuff almost every time you're coming up with a project. Okay, then researching is also important, because you may think you're writing a new song as well, there may be someone also writing the same idea, or even basically when your idea of composition was already created. Okay, when your idea of composition was already created. So practice self-care also, stay organized and set goals. Okay, so with those 11 tips, or with those 10 11 practicals, so with these 11 practical tips or things or activities that can keep you motivated as a creative person, endeavor to see that you check Munye Scripts lifestyle, okay, for more tips in the creative industry. So endeavor to see that you watch and subscribe to this channel. I'll be grateful. So thank you.